Pull up. All right.
Careful, Batman. Batman tripped on a random guys.
Badman forward, Badman pull up. All right. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am.
Too old for cartoons. Hey, don't hurt me.
So we have another amazing episode today.
Hey,
It's only us two in the building.
I tried to get Mr. Jalen on board for a Church Boys episode, but he's not available. But I did get my homie Batman, and he's a man of few words, mainly a man of hands, but I think he's good at it, right?
Where are they?
Okay, I'll find them after the episode. We're gonna talk about
Where's
Valentine.
Joker? Two-Face? Penguin?
I promise he's not like this all the time. This is just where he's from. He's not from here. He's from Gotham. You guys know where he's from. So you'll get to those guys there. They're on vacation. They can't be bad all the time, I think.
But welcome to Too Old for Cartoons.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Watching cartoons separates you from others.
It's the awesome Godfather. Josie Suma.
Jesse Summer.
I gotta really put my drops inside here because I did make drops with Elevate didn't play with
I
the
understand.
story from that day.
And it's your boy, Decimus. Back at it again. Still alive. Can't die.
I gotta fix my kid.
Decimus don't die, baby. We multiply. Hey.
And we're here without our MVP. She's called out sick. Lady Archie,
You will be missed.
you we missed, but get well soon. But when Lady Archie is out and the two men are here to play,
Yeah.
it's a Church Boys episode. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Also, we have a third member of the Church Boys. Please introduce yourself.
Coming all the way from Saturday Night Live.
You're Mike.
I know.
Well,
I
you
know.
know, the intro.
It's
So
so
come
funny.
here, 230.
Right?
I don't know what you
I off mic and everything. I can show out my. Hey, everybody can see my hand. Oh no, wait. Could y'all see my
You have
hand?
to switch cameras.
Oh yeah, let me switch cameras. Boom.
Hey!
One hand, you two. Oh.
Wait, you better stop throwing gang signs at this camera.
Yeah, little cousin in the studio for Too Old for Cartoons. It's your favorite non-babe. PG-13, PG-13. I forget all my AKs.
PG-33,
I say my AKs in so long I almost forget all my AKs.
It used to be 33.
It's me, right? It's me, PG.
Yeah. And now, we are no longer church boys anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We are church men.
Church man.
This is a brotherhood now. We welcome Peachy with open arms, and hopefully, he will join us on the couch of power one day.
Indeed.
But let's just get into it. First things first, I just want to give you all the random fact of the day. It's Valentine's Day related. It's nothing too crazy. Did you know that around 60% of Valentine's Day gifts and cards are actually purchased 5 to 6 days before the holiday?
That's not surprising.
That's not surprising?
No, it isn't.
Man, you're absolutely correct. But it depends on when you start looking for it. If you really love them, you would have been thinking about them long before 5 to 6 days. You would have been planning something. You wouldn't have just gotten them the card. If you got it 5 to 6 days, to a certain extent, we could call that last minute, meaning they crossed your mind lastly. So it's crazy to me, because only 5 to 6 days? I planning something right now for my little sweet Italian dog. Hey, I've been planning this for at least half a month now. So you only use 5 to 6 days to plan people y'all love? Y'all a little wild for that, but to each their own.
Right.
Thank you, Gabe, for another random fact.
Yeah, but Batman just thanked me, so I'm that guy. I'm him.
So in another segment, because Archery isn't here, we have words mean things. And that statement for today is, you either live long enough to become a villain or die young and become a hero.
I don't think that's how the quote works.
I reword it because I'm Batman.
Yes. I'm gonna stop because he's gonna punch me. Say, you know what, kid? I'm a little sick of you, and he just punches me. I wouldn't be shook.
Wow. Now that we're doing other segments in place of Jesse Summer, we have community announcements.
Well, your boy is in a play called Vicious Circle. It's going to be at the Dundas. I actually have the dates here for you. You guys got to write these down. We're getting down and dirty in March with the play. And it is, the dates are the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. Those are matinees for our schools. I'm probably going to see if I can get my old school on board. And then we have the 9th, 10th, and 11th. I am in it. And there are also some amazing new actors that are there as well. I think you guys may want to come on out and support. And yeah, that's about it for me. Oh, you also may see me in a film soon. It's taking some time. Things are happening. I could geek out a little bit, but can't spoil too much. Confidentiality.
Speaking of the geek out, I blessed the runway in last month's geek out.
Yeah, you did.
It was impeccable. I thank those that returned my batarangs because they are very expensive to make.
Wait, that was so funny. I say, what if you burst somebody in the crowd with a batarang?
Square in the eye, but he didn't do it. He must the signature anime hand spread with his throat hands. But I say,
It's cool though.
Yeah, it was lit. It was lit.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Hey, I think I saw you there. I hosted that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all I asked. Where are they?
I still ain't finding
See,
them.
I'm taking all the gloves are off. And you see my bare hands.
Oh, so it's more personal now?
Yes.
Say, no, I want my fist to touch you. The gloves were keeping you protected. But these hands are
rated E for everybody.
My calluses are crazy right now.
So, we blessed the runway. Some people said, oh, you almost hit me in the head with it. But I asked, did it hit you though? No. But I thank you for returning my batarangs. Yeah. This month at the Geek Out, Homemade Heroes are coming back again with their annual speed dating experience. And Jesse Summer and PG-13 set it off last time. Mm-hmm. Come find your match. See if you could reclaim yourself from Valentine's Day. As you know, I'm a loner. And that's why me and Jesse Summer get along so well, because he's a loner.
So you guys spend time alone together?
No. It's not that kind of party game.
I wasn't wording it like that.
No. So when he doesn't want to do certain things and be in solitude, that's when he send me or the other members knights of his realm. But come to the Geek Out. Senpai noticed me, and the Samo will notice you.
Which is February 26th. I look forward to seeing you all there. Hopefully, maybe I'm hosting. I haven't been told this yet. I don't know if they want me back after last time shenanigans. So I understand.
Please
I wouldn't be mad.
Tell us about you constantly try to summon Naruto.
I wasn't trying to summon Naruto. On the paper, it said there was a Naruto present. And I said his name, he didn't show up the first time, and I went to the next person. And then I was told I skipped the Naruto. And I said I could have sworn everyone was present and hearing me say, hey, Naruto. And then I said it a few more times, embarrassed myself. I still had fun though. I had the time of my life.
Real.
But Naruto, you better pull up to Geek Out next time. And if they ask me to host, and I see your name on that paper, and I call you, and you don't show up in a puff of smoke, I can pay that little village of yours a visit. And I want you to know, they can no pain. All I gotta say.
So in that Gabe was saying they will know pain. But I think a lot of us know a lot of pain around this time of year. We often see this time of year. There was a time in life that I ruled this time of year. Just like how I hated Christmas. Because there's no love in where the home I come from.
What do you mean there's no love?
There's no love in the heart of the city. There's no love in the town.
Well, we ain't talking about the city. What about Alfred? Alfred loves you. Alfred is like a father figure to you. Don't say you don't know love.
Alfred's a father figure. But as you know, I'm a billionaire. And you don't generally find love without other consequences. You might have women that want your seed, but because they're the demon's head. You have other women who like to steal, so they try to steal your heart away. You have others who just like the prestige, but don't know I'm truly married to this game called crime fighting.
What about Catwoman? So y'all she ain't got nothing planned, no?
I already talked about Catwoman. That's the one who tries to steal your heart.
Oh.
She's a cat burglar.
Ja.
Well, I don't really hate it. I do hate the way it goes about. Why do you only pick one day out of the year to show someone you care about them? Well, life is so fragile and everything could stop at an instant. You only pick today. I believe in showing the people I love I care about them every day when I can, honestly. But I wouldn't say I hate the holiday. I will say this is another lonely year though, but I don't make a brother sad. I normally just order pizza, cookies, and eat it with friends. And you feel less alone that way. Feels nice.
So you're having Galentine's then?
Galentine's Day?
No, Galentine's, like, for all the single women that say, oh, we don't have a man, so we can get together with our girls and have Galentine's.
That's what that's called?
Yes.
Homie, I just be calling that a random gathering on Valentine's Day because we all single.
No, what I'm saying, so you want to have a Valentine's. Boy, you and the fellas get together.
We do need a boys' night out. The Batman? Yeah, that'd be pretty lit. We could have a night out on... Oh, I could be Robin. I can... Come on, I know you got to open it. I just saw Jason talk again. Eco on Mash. I know you got to open it. Of
course, Gabe. It's always an open to those who want to come into the fold.
Hero Decimus, ladies and gentlemen.
The Hero Decimus.
Robin. Yeah, I'm the next Robin. Because I'm him. Because I'm that guy. Mm-hmm. And you say Homemade Heroes is also debuting at the Geek Out?
Yeah, no, weren't you there for the last year's speed dating event?
I think I was, but I probably wasn't too into it. I probably was working at the time.
You always are working.
You gotta work, bro. You know good and well you gotta work to get this corn.
But let's speak on the speed dating element and why we introduced it, because we never publicly said why it was introduced. It was introduced because there's a lot of young men that lack game, that don't know how to speak to women, that view women as just merely sexual objects. We wanted to change that. We wanted to add the swagger back. That's why when you sat at those tables, you got a list of questionnaires to ask whoever young lady you wanted to have for the moment. Not to be criminally, sexually assaulting, but to be pleasant, to know boundaries, and to go from there. It was a hit. It was a success. Certain parties we have on tape trying to court a young individual for 4 or 5 hours to no avail. We won't say who that was, but the tape never lies. But we just want to encourage more healthier connections and relationships. So if you need to find love, which we had a series called Find Your Love, come on down to the speed dating. And I hope the news outlets that watch this, you want to do a story, hit us up. The Original People Network at gmail.com. The Homemade Heroes at gmail.com to express interest to cover this story. Now back to you, Hero Decimus.
So you and PG are going to be leading that, teaching them how to...
PG and Josie Sama will be leading this effort. Oh, Josie Sama will send one of his other honorable knights of the realm to next Geek Out. And this one is another detective, like myself.
Are we going to get his name or?
You already know his name. He's the Big Stepper.
The Big Stepper? Dog, that could cover a whole variety of people who call themselves the Big Stepper.
He's not just a regular detective. He's a spirit detective. Even though I'm the world's greatest detective.
I want to say I've got it, but I don't want to say the wrong answer.
And he will be revealed next week after this episode drops.
Is it spirit
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not too young. I was about to say.
So he and PG, whoever BG assigns to the mission, will be there leading the charge. And actually, the Honorable Never will be a part of the speed dating games. But let's talk about, well, what was our first heartbreak? PG, would you like to lead that conversation?
My first heartbreak. Have I had heartbreak? My first heartbreak? They probably got a game over on like a video game or something. Not even
We were
with like
talking
people
about love.
dreading. I think I even had one with people like first. Did I? Yeah, come back to me on that. Let me think hard about that.
My first heartbreak was when I couldn't get the girl that I wanted. I noticed her and she noticed me. The crazy thing is, years later, she notices me, but I don't acknowledge her.
That's crazy. That's wild.
It's just a thing called growth in life. You have a lot of disappointments. You have crushes on people, but they don't reciprocate. But then people have crushes on you, and you don't reciprocate. It's just that seesawing effect in life that you have to figure out. You know?
I'm looking back on it. I don't think I have any relationship, or at least not boyfriend-girlfriend relationship-based heartbreaks. I have had some heartbreaks from friends, though.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's
because
do that.
friendship breakups are just as bad as romantic breakups.
I'm not going into too much detail, but you hang around a friend, you sit down, you trust them, you tell them things that you trust them with. You don't expect them to use it as ammunition, which is what I am a dog. This is part of the reason why I don't like sharing with women now. I keep it a buck with you.
Hold on, wait. What do you mean sharing women?
Sharing with women.
Okay.
I don't mind. I'm trying to open up. I'm talking to a girl now who I'm comfortable around. And sometimes you share with some girls and they use it as ammunition. You only tell them and you trust them with it. Now, this one in particular said some horrid things. Tried to destroy me in more ways than one. Not physically. They wanted to break me. They really tried everything in their power to make an attempt to break me. I think it actually pisses them off to still see me still standing, walking strong, proud. They're wondering how I'm still getting up. And I'm like, yeah, it hurt. You really might as well have literally ripped my heart out of my chest. But you never really laid a killing blow, which you were capable of because you had ample information to do so. But it's a heartbreak to me because I don't expect that from you. I expected better. I put you not on a high pedestal, but I put you in a better light. I wouldn't expect some of the things you did for you to do them. As far as my brain was concerned, those were just imaginary. And the thing is, I actually have had dreams. I just talked about this with my mentors yesterday. I've had dreams that lined up with what had occurred. I saw it come in, and I just didn't do nothing about it.
So you saw the signs of the betrayal before it happened.
Yeah, and I told myself, that can't happen. I refuse to believe it. I don't think you would ever do that. You have honor. You have honor, or at least I thought they had honor. They should have had honor.
Okay,
but then I
so
learned they don't.
Let's stop that. Why do you feel, just generally not speaking to your particular situation, why do we avoid the red flags?
Why do we avoid the red flags? I'm going to keep it a buck. Love is simple, and everyone has heard this line. This line ain't nothing special. Love really and truly is blind. You love them so much, you're willing to put a blindfold over any wrong they do. You put the label on them, they can do no wrong. But I have to remind myself, people are human and they make mistakes. But to the extent of which that person did me wrong, it's a little ridiculous. But I got up. You didn't kill me. I could forgive. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say I could forget. That's going to take a few years.
Forgiveness is very paramount. Because when, as you know, we're the churchmen. And when Jesus was on that cross, he said, Father, forgive them,
For they know
for they know what they do. Oftentimes, we as human beings get caught up in our own lives and not realizing how our actions can affect others. We're too caught up trying to play the victim in every situation and not taking accountability on our own actions. But when we could clearly communicate and clearly express how we feel and try to come to an impasse, whether we lie on disagreement, all will be right in the world. Sometimes it's better just to forgive and move on. Unless someone wants to amend the wrong that they have done. And even then, you can forgive, but you may never forget. PG, what you have to say about that?
Yeah, it's true, man. All that you said just now was true. That's very in depth what you said too. Sometimes you could forgive, but you never can forget, because it's always like things always just stored in your memory, unless you have like some type of short-term memory or unfortunately Alzheimer's or something like that. But especially when things always happening and something can come about to probably trigger something, you think you had forgotten about it, and then boop, that thing happens, and like mother sick.
Trust me, you ain't forget it.
You go right back down that same rabbit hole. Sometimes some people is going super deep, but you know what I'm saying? And it's a working process almost every day.
Yeah.
Almost every day. Like you say, it's best to always just forgive at first. Well, forgive in general.
Yeah.
So at least even when when it's brought back up, it ain't gonna sting as much. Right. You don't get that rage. It can hurt. You can be like, mother sick, that did suck. But at least once you forgive, that's going. At least you started the process, and you're working towards, being a better person, right? Self betterment.
Yeah.
Yes, because I find that people will do you dirty. It's not going to stop.
Nope.
It's the carnal nature in all our human beings. I've tried for the better part of 75 years to clean up my city. And when I put one away, another one comes to stay. It's just naturally part of the human condition. The grasp of power, the corruption of the soul. Because at the end of the day, all of us are trying to self-preserve, preserve ourselves. Whether it be life, love, everything else. We only get friends so we don't be lonely. We want a partner so we have someone that we can show our affection, a specific type of affection towards, and for us to call that person our own. Even in polygamous relationships, there's still, even though there's multiple people involved, they will still be my people. So there's a still stake of ownership in the process. But as you've grown, someone raised a question. What does it mean to have butterflies in your stomach? What does it mean to say, well, this is the second question. What does it mean to say, I met someone, and the sparks was flying?
What does it mean to have butterflies in your stomach, or what does it mean to have sparks flying?
Yes.
The closest thing I could relate this to is me before literally every performance. Like, I'm in the backstage, my part is about to be on in like the next half minute. Hands are sweaty, knees are weak, my arms will be heavy. There's sometimes you can be going on my sweat already. Like mom's spaghetti.
You've been quoting a lot of Eminem tonight.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan, but I'm still playing for real. But I do be nervous in the back there. But it's showtime now. There's no time to be nervous.
So that's how you feel about relationships when you like somebody. Why do you feel that you get butterflies when they come around? Why do you feel like when you engage with them you feel sparks flying?
Is it odd that I no longer feel butterflies?
No.
I only feel butterflies when I know to an extent I'm holding back on my love. So I try to love what's the word? Fiercely and shamelessly. Because even if they don't feel the same way, I know my love was there. It was potent. It was real for me. I had a good time. And that's okay. They don't have to love back. Not everyone has to like you back. You can love. Now, with sparks flying, sparks don't fly with every person you meet. Let's be real. Let's be real for a second. But there is some people that you just instantaneously click with. You sit down, you bring up a topic, they bring up another, y'all are into the same things. Y'all have similar morals, similar beliefs. Y'all both have extracurricular activities or maybe things you like to do, things you want to learn. I'm not saying your perfect love should be literally the male or the female version of you. I feel as if your partner is actually meant to complement you. So, a loudmouth boy like me, I like me some quiet woman. It's them little shy set. They little quiet. Now, don't get me wrong. She'll have an opinion and she'll stand up for herself. But she, low voice, well respectful. It's just my kind of woman. My kind of woman. Me like you that. Me like that. And then, you know, Cape Crusader like Batman. He like him a little bad. So he like a little Catwoman, a little. I know when last they talk, I hope y'all on good terms. I know this Valentine's Day she won't be with him, but that's fine. He could be out. He ain't need no woman. He could be out keeping the city is his woman, and he keeping his woman clean of these evil fellas.
Dogs, right?
Yeah, man.
My city is not clean. Gotham is a corrupt cesspool that have been trying to get on the narrow and straight path. But the corruption is deeply rooted. So I just do the best that I can.
And 2 people just got slit. Three
Right.
people just got slit.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Just like that.
We had bad man for a little bit. I hope me asking him to come on this podcast today isn't causing the crime rate in Gotham to go up.
The crime rate is already
The minute
up.
they heard he was leaving for the Bahamas, what's that? The Cape Crusader on vacation? That's 5 people
Real.
slid, by the way. That's crazy.
Real.
What's it about? Let's talk about ghosting. I know.
Ghosting?
Yeah, ghosting. I'm a great proponent of just naturally ghosting. You could be talking to me, you turn your back for a split second, and I'm gone. Nowadays, you have a general conversation with somebody, and like that, they're gone. Why do you think people do this?
I want to say it has something to do with immaturity to a certain extent. Because if you don't have the balls, the gall, the cojones to tell someone why you don't want to be with them, I feel something may be wrong with you. Because you don't... They ghost to avoid communication, to avoid confrontation. They're scared. They're cowards. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to explain to you why they are the way they are. Probably because they can't. Because to a certain extent, they don't understand themselves. So... I never was a fan of ghosting. I've never done it to no one. Because it does more damage than good. You leave them with a bunch of questions. Did I say something wrong? Was something I say disrespectful? Should I not have texted them once every day? Should I not have texted them once every month? Am I not texting them? You don't know. You're left to overthink. And I personally don't like leaving people overthinking because that's just stressful. Tell them straight up. They can call it what it is, and that's the end of the story there. When you ghost someone, their story still continues. They're not thinking about you every day, but there are random moments where they're sitting down somewhere and they're just like, why did that person go? And I personally feel you are a criminal if you leave someone thinking in that way. Give them the resolve. Give them closure. I'm not saying be dependent on it, because I can be honest. A lot of situations in my life, I had to go on without the closure. You have to make the closure for yourself. That's if they're not providing it. Because I'm saying not everyone believes in being a decent human being and providing said closure. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on ghosting.
I feel like I agree with you. It is cowardice. It lacks social media and technology have made people to have a scapegoat out of situations where they could just cut somebody off, and we in this culture cutting somebody off instead of conflict resolution. So a lot of people have a lot of relationships which just abruptly end it without any resolution. And then you catch people 6 months after it happened in person, and they try to avoid eye contact. But when you see me, you can't avoid looking in my eyes. Yes, I'm talking to you.
You know what you did.
I know what you did.
Last summer.
When you could be with your peoples. But I know you're trying to avoid the eye contact. It's still me. You can't avoid me. You either gotta love it or hate it. But life goes on. And that's how you have to carry out the situation. Nobody owes you nothing. You have to provide happiness for yourself and conduct yourself accordingly how you would like others to treat you. Because the moment you play their game, you're no worse than they are. P, what you have to say about that?
Yeah, to me, I think it's like two situations with ghosting, right? Because in the first scenario, some people feel like they ain't even obligated to tell you. They just be like, I just, like, my reason is my reason, and I just can do that, right? Some people just bold like that, right?
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful and bold, so they really don't care about it. Sure, whatever. They chaotic. They don't want to see the world burn, right? But in the second situation where, like y'all saying, if somebody does ghost you, and it's kind of cowardice, and eventually if you catch them down the line, and you be like, hey, yo, what happened 10 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever, and then they still can't really look you in the eye. They can't explain it. They can't describe.
Because they know what they did. Right. The thing is, they know what they did is wrong.
And that's the thing. If they have that much energy to be like affected by when they see you, they should have just told you, like you said, from that moment one time, like
from the get go,
right? Because
I can understand
all this energy.
Doubts.
So that means, mind you, they might have been living their life and been living good within the time that they didn't see you.
Yeah.
But then the fact that you just come back in the picture when they didn't expect it, and then that energy just come back up. Cheapest from the get-go, you might as well have just been straight up from the get-go and say, hey, man,
this ain't working out.
I just don't like you as a friend. You're right. I don't like you as a friend. I don't like you as a family member.
I
I don't like you
it's
as
not
a
even a
boyfriend, a
dislike.
girlfriend, whatever.
I just want to have a different
Whatever it was.
situation.
Exactly. So
I
yeah.
think people are afraid of speaking their truth.
But you don't gotta be. You don't gotta be afraid, because depending on if you was able to read the person good, whoever you was relating to or in conversations with or whatever may have you a relationship. If that person was a good person and you understand that person, able to accept these things and you able to talk to them and stuff like that, that shouldn't be no big problem. I don't know why people have a big problem with it.
It's that they're cowards.
Yeah.
They don't want to. That's why breaking up with people over text
Bro,
instead of setting time.
Bro, you just open up a whole can of worms.
Let's talk about it
As
again.
cliche as it is, it's just bad
Through all
bad
my
communication.
relationships, when the girl leaves, it's always, I ain't saying it's all of y'all, but that's my pattern. That's what I'm noticing. I've broken up with girls twice, both of them in person. Yes, I got hit immediately afterwards.
Oh,
Y'all
no.
quick to
Physically hit? Like,
yeah, and after they hit me,
why? What's
it
the
actually
purpose,
makes
though?
me happy.
No, what's
because
why?
I know I dodged a bullet.
Right, because I trying to figure out a path here. It's like, how does it go from, yeah, man, I ain't feeling this more, whatever. What triggers in their mind to say, well, I'm going to slap you or punch you?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't get, well, how violence come into that?
The girls my age, my bro, they...
How do you say it? You probably say it in a disrespectful or
I wasn't
hurting
saying
way
it
or something?
disrespectful. I actually was... I guess I can be honest with you.
Which still doesn't warrant violence, mind
we
you.
ain't... I don't feel we're compatible. We don't have the same morals. Someone does this, you say, oh, that's cool. I'm like, dude, that's a crime. I don't condone that. I don't support that. And I let them down easy. I say there's someone better for you than me, and I'm well aware of that. And I'm not gonna be holding you hostage in this relationship where you're not benefiting and being the best version of you could be. There's people who could do my job as your boyfriend better, and I'm cool with that.
Yes.
That's fine. And I know there's someone out there who is probably a better fit for me. And then I got punched, and then I was like, wow.
What? Not even 5 fingers to the face.
Yeah,
A whole
punch.
fist to the face.
See, the thing is, I thought about exercising and training her. I'm glad as hell I didn't, because they want to say, I want to be as strong as you. I'm glad I didn't, because if she'd hit me with my power, I'm going to keep it a buck. Sure you can. Sure, right? But yeah,
that ain't cool,
stop breaking up over text. Quit being a coward.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
No, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that I haven't done it before certain situations.
Batman broken up over text.
Yes.
I mean, Batman got a cold streak with him sometimes too, you know.
I wanted to get rid of her before she got rid of me, before she ruined my life.
You had to pull the trigger first.
And actually, this wasn't a break over text. I broke her heart on Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
And she still,
You looking for violence. You looking for violence.
and she still didn't get a clue until 2 months later. And I just was through.
Y'all have a breakup with one of them, and their narrative is y'all still together, and you hear that rumor go around, and now you're scared.
Oh no, never.
I'm never scared.
You ain't dealing with the levels of crazy woman I've dealt with, brother.
Yeah, that sounds like crazy, but if you getting punched in the face,
Gabe,
I mean,
and right there, her parents still love me. That's a plus. I don't know how to feel about it.
truthfully, I wouldn't say broken up over text because I wouldn't call it a relationship where that happened. It was a situation.
But a lot of them are situationships where they don't even.
That's right. It was
just abruptly ends.
Right. It was a situationship, and I did it over text. I was like, look, I mean, I think I'm a letter A and I'm not a letter B. I said something like that, and I'm like, I'm a number 1 and I'm not a number 2 no more. So,
So you was tired of being a side to her?
no, I was saying, me being A needs a B, and I was like, you and my B. That's what I was trying to say. So I was like, this ain't a 2-person thing no more.
But how did the situationship start?
It was a short situationship. This is way back in high school, honestly. What happened was,
I don't even count high school relationships.
That's right. So
I don't count those, bro.
That's right. That's why I say, and it wasn't a relationship. It was like a thing. It started because she's a girl like me, and
She loved you.
She liked me.
But then you just was like, you was woman and you showed me attention. Cool.
See what happened was she liked me, and one of my classmates was her church member. She was at a different school, but one of my classmates was one of her church members, and she was like, she told him about it. She didn't come and tell me about it, and then he spilled the beans to me, and I go on and confront her about it. Like, man, you should just tell me, you know. All right, let's see where this goes, or whatever. And then I was like, I wasn't feeling it, so I just had to, you know, simple like that. Unfortunately.
But it's honest that you have to tell people that you're not feeling the situation.
Yeah.
Versus dragging it on.
Real. You can't leave nobody on.
You avoid a lot of bad conflicts by doing that.
I mean, ending it off, or
yes,
when you're not bad conflict starts up when you let it drag on.
Yes.
Yeah, but see, Gabe mentioned, he's like, there's some people where there's a narrative where it's like you could tell them something and then they act like they ain't hear that, or they didn't understand, or they misinterpret. And then that's a whole nother problem too, babe. Because
poor communication or lack thereof.
But that's the thing. You could be as straight up as possible, and some people that just try to be like, well, I ain't see it that way. And then they could try dragging on themselves and then still act like the victim at the end of the day. When it's like, I told you from 5 years ago that was the case.
So communication is still key, but comprehension is just as important.
Key, right? Just as important.
Just as important. Because I could hear you. I could see your lips moving. I could hear words coming out of your mouth. And I could still say, what you say? Because I don't understand.
Right.
So, and I can be real, not everyone has the patience. If you really love them, you'd have the patience to communicate with them in a way that doesn't involve either of you disrespecting anyone or hurting anyone's feelings. But yeah. Stop breaking up over text.
Have you been broken up over text before?
Yeah, dog. I just tell you, it's too consistent. Right. I think I'll be happier if she break up with me in person. I'd be like, oh, cool. I'd say, hey, I think you may be the best ex ever. I'd fist bump her and all. I love you. No. Well, I know you're together no more, but I still use a cool person.
How do they formulate? What things have been said to you as you've been broken up over text?
Broken up over text?
Yeah. Like, what would they say to you?
And the thing is, they don't when I've been breaking up with sex with girls, they don't leave no paragraph. They just said, I think this ain't working. For one of them, I'd say this ain't working, and then I got blocked for a month. Oof. And then the next one, this ain't working. We had a conversation. We talked it out, and they said they wanted to meet up again later to fully and completely end it. And I think COVID happened.
Oh, no. Perfect timing, right?
Yeah. Perfect timing. Yes, the breakup
Well,
still happened during the COVID time.
We can't see each other anymore anyway.
Yeah,
we lock up.
No, but I've been blocked many a times.
Oh, you could hack into the thing, but
I know. That's how I still know what's going on in their life.
Makes sense.
They just don't know who exactly I am at that moment. But I've probably been blocked by various members. And I've been on one date with certain people. They say they had a good time. And then the next morning, I get a paragraph about how this can't be. And I just say, okay.
You say okay?
Yes.
I can be real. The awesome times we're just saying okay to the paragraph and just calling it. Cause say, I ain't fighting you. You are absolutely correct. This relationship is horrible. You take care of. And then I just seeing them, I say, I understand. I completely agree. But that's right there is what I call an adult interaction. When you break up with some of them, either they swinging, they slandering your name, or they girl say, why you break up with him? Girl, he was broke, he was this, he was that. Don't bad talk your ex. Because I can be real. When I hear people bad talking their ex, a good percentage of the time, they was the problem. Oof. And that is having me shook. It is having me shook.
But sometimes it be like that. Going again the carnal nature of human beings.
Bro.
It is absolutely, at times, despicable. But this is something that we have to live through.
This is what they choose to be. It just be crazy to me, bro. Like, you telling me villains aren't born. We know that. We know that.
Right.
But someone just chose they're not going to be a good human being, have little to no morals, and just live for pleasure.
Yes.
Someone makes all of that decision throughout. I'm only 20, but someone has made that decision throughout maybe 19, 20, 21 years of their life. People live like that.
Yes.
And are they happy though?
No. That's why misery loves company.
Oh, yeah. I learned. I see. But I'm learning too much too late. I'm learning these after the scenario.
It could all be so simple. That's why you just keep your inner peace. See who gravitates to you. Have discernment. Size people up and then make moves. I find it a lot of times that if someone is interested in me, they stick around and I'll see how they move. But if they're joking, then it is what it is. I charge it to the game.
I agree on that. Love is an action word. Any random potato could walk up to you and say, I love you. Show me you love me. Put in effort. Put in, as the ladies would say, apply pressure. That's what that is? Yeah.
Apply pressure.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing it. That's why words don't sway me no more. They say, sure you do. Hey, I home on this day by myself all day and I getting food. Let me know if you're free to show up. Them, I have this. I'm like, sure you do. Sure
Nice.
you do, man. Go on ahead. You're gonna turn down free food, a decent movie, and it's just like I try to be the woman's piece. So yeah, you working on the side, but you gotta chillax at some point, and I trying to be a chillaxing brother. But you don't want to chillax? That's fine. I'll live.
Let me ask you a question, both of you. What is applying pressure?
What is applying pressure? It ain't even gotta be. I don't even think you have to spend money to apply pressure. Be present. Be dependable. This goes for both genders, by the way. Buy them things. Listen to the little conversations. They say a lot of things they like. I be listening. You like chocolate on your strawberries. I got you chocolate covered strawberries because I heard you like them. You told me you like them. I was listening. I'm doing that. So it's the little things that matter. You're listening to her. She's not making you think too much. Y'all ever be inside a room thinking up a storm and the person you love touch your shoulder and suddenly all the thinking in your mind just ceases? Like, you're at peace now. And I'm like, this has got to be what heaven is like. This is nice. But yeah.
So, PG, what is applying pressure for you?
Right. So, applying pressure, I'd say it ain't so much on the terms of being like naggy. It ain't being naggy, but it's just being that one sticking force right there where it's almost like the person, you ain't out of their vicinity. Like, they can't shake you, right? Because it's like they always want you to be there. They want you to show up in times when they need you to show up, and you always got almost like always having an answer. It almost is like being surreal, but being realistic at the same time, if that makes sense. You know, because when they think about it, when they say apply pressure, right? When you apply pressure to like a wound or something, it's being so stuck there to the wound or whatever, so that, you know, nothing leaks out, and you know, it's like holding it together. So to me, that's what I think. Like that's what they want applying pressure to be. They want you to be an ag, but not an ag, but at the same time, like, you know, just be like Gabe said, basically be there.
I kind of want to add on to that with the whole holding the wound together. That could actually be the whole definition right there, holding it together. They're going through life. They have their tough moments. Are you there? I'll be honest, you can't be there for every single tough moment.
Right.
But when there is a tough moment, are you present? Are you their shoulder to cry on? Are you someone they could talk to maturely? Are you someone that checks on them on a regular basis, just wants to know how they're doing? That's not your friend or your lover if they always gotta ask for something.
Real.
Those that's another kind of relationships that's toxic that people need to ease up off. Is that really your friend, or do you ever notice they only come in your chat when they want something?
There's a lot of vultures, jokers, riddlers in life that like to play the head games. And it's important not to be a participant in those different mind games, or even sometimes evoke them tactics when it is allowed or it is warranted. Let's talk about this cat and mouse game called Valentine's Day. The commercialism, the hype, just for one day.
But ain't nothing more than big corporations like and to commercialize anything, mate. They commercialize anything, mate. So I know they'd be happy for these type of things. Right?
Yeah, they're making money. I think, I would say this is their highest level of profits because they could do much better later in the year. But candy and chocolate selling.
Valentine's and Christmas, Valentine's and Christmas is the two most commercialized. And Valentine's ain't even a holiday.
Valentine's, what's mainly bought is like chocolate and flowers, right?
Yeah. Well, now
there's chocolate and flowers.
Singergrams and
there's singergrams, fruit baskets.
Y'all paying for singergrams?
Old people is paying for that.
Y'all better sing to y'all girl, bro. She ain't care if your voice sound good. She love you. Talking about I pay for it. Like, hey baby, you know me love you right. Me love you all night.
And based on like songs. You know, so, like I say, some of the big corporations, they like some of the people who feel like you got to spend to show that, you know. There's some people who believe that way, like we got to spend in order to show this affection. I mean, I guess it's a love language, but sometimes some people would spend ridiculous amounts that sometimes they might not even have, babe.
The little thing I'm talking to right now, she got me a card and told me not to open it until February 14th. I want you to know, I ain't opened it yet, but just receiving it, I almost cried. Because I say, I think this is my first non-toxic relationship. So I'm holding it in my hand, trying not to open it because I don't want to see a word in it. And I'm like, is this genuine effort? For me?
You got to enter the meme right there with the peanut butter butterfly. Is this what genuine effort is?
So is this a non-toxic relationship that won't end me wanting to end myself? Is this what this is supposed to be like? P.S. I hope positive things on that paper because I can be honest.
I just going to say, what's that a breakup right now?
If I open that in first few words, I found someone else.
Negative.
I like Batman. I think I'm coming with you to Gotham. I have some issues I need to work out.
You just call out your villain origin there.
Yeah, that's my villain origin story. And hey, you can't say Gabe just got up and got mad for no reason. Nah.
No.
You know. I told you about the car.
It is here on the video.
If I don't show up on the next episode and we
know what
me
happened.
Exercising somewhere, doing some pull-ups and I dead buffing Bucky, I want you to know I'm preparing to break hard. And I gotta do it in the most efficient way possible.
So you're talking about going on savage mode?
Huh? Savage mode?
Yeah.
You might have to chase me, Batman. I could be wild. I could be a villain. Because I say they didn't like Hero Decimus. But you know what they will love?
Villain
They love Villain Decimus. If they don't love him, they can love anti-hero. And if they don't love him, he won't care. He won't care anymore. He won't care anymore.
Was I often find that Valentine's Day could be sort of biased to one side.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, I don't believe in none of these pagan holidays. Where you have to, no one could tell Batman when to buy gifts. I don't care which day it is. I'll tell you, February 23rd is Art Day, baby. How you like that?
Respect.
Well, let's talk about the mode that we go into savage mode. After being years of being a simp, you just get through one situation to where you be like, you know what? I gotta start doing the cutting. I'm gonna apply the pain, the pressure. I'm gonna start wheeling and dealing.
Man, I don't think I get to that point yet.
You haven't lived long enough.
Yeah, I lived long enough, but
I've
only ever simped over. I only ever simped over one girl. How it look right now? She got a little ugly. She ain't even worth simping over no more.
Wow.
But me, on the other hand, I know y'all know this, but I don't know what to tell you. But they didn't. I don't think I've encountered a girl that makes me want to go villain yet. This one I'm with right now, I think she has the most power, the most potential to bust that. Because I got a card. I've never gotten. Normally they want to buy things. I like, homie, if you sat down with glue and paint and put something together for me, use the apple of my eye. Because any sleazeball could go buy you something, bro.
Right.
But to sit down and make something custom that you ain't making for no one else, that you only give to me, especially if you was an artist, boy, that girl lucky I ain't rich right now. We would be catching flight. I'd spoil look, boy. Somebody gotta get spoiled. All I gotta say.
Just like that.
Boy. But no, ain't no girl have me to no villain point yet. Trust me, I ain't gonna never let no bad gal make me bad. It's not possible. Not
Church.
possible. I refuse.
But sometimes you just get a little strategic how you move. You start, as for me, they play hairy games and they played them better.
And that's the thing. I don't play games, period. Because the minute I see you interested in the only game I'm interested in, I'm a Nintendo Switch player. Those are the only games I play. The minute I see you doing any kind of game that involve my mind, I head out. I see the red flags now. My love is still blind to a degree. But now, I see it, and I dip a lot faster than I used to. Because there were times where I'd see that red flag, and I say, it ain't killing me yet, so how bad can it be? And I'm like, homie, it ain't meant to kill you the minute you see it. It's meant to kill you the longer you let it set in. And that's where you head out early. So yeah. These tags.
So what are your guys' plans for Valentine's Day?
I'm doing my regular thing tradition. That's what I like about being an adult now. I can make my own traditions. And I do this every Valentine's Day. We really just go to my house, play Mario Kart, talk, make random videos and eat. And it's normally me and like 5 friends. Huh?
Who is we?
We? I can't say the name. Me, my homies, maybe 2-3 girls.
Right.
We're probably single and we just enjoy a decent day.
So, all this is allowed at your house.
Huh? Yeah, I have my own room now, so most deaf. And that, we have a very huge front room, so we could also host it in the front room.
Nice.
I buy the food, someone contributes the drinks. It's kind of like a potluck, but not really. Mm-hmm. But everyone shares in, they eat food, and we
have a good old time.
Yeah, it's a love for the simple things. Not everything we have to go out and spend large sums of money. I could just bring a bounty of food home and we could eat and talk about that for hours. Though I will be honest, my dieting plans have been getting shaken and this Valentine's Day is about to get turned upside down. I haven't started gymming since I moved and I actually need to find a gym that is on Carmichael Road now because I can't find it. I used to gym religiously when I lived where I used to, but now I can't find one. And I have my regular little calisthenics setup at home, but I need more mass. I need to be lifting weights like you. I need a PR like you. And yeah, I want to get buff in time for Geek Out because I'm actually cosplaying. I can't spoil nothing yet. But yeah.
P, what was your plans?
Yeah, for me, unless I like if I with somebody, then I'd probably try to do something or whatever. I am not currently with anybody, so I'm gonna just probably,
ladies and gentlemen, PG is single.
That's an
and
invitation.
But yeah, I probably just can treat myself. I don't know. I might buy myself some chocolate, probably some sweets. Although I shouldn't be really doing that because, like you, I try to keep myself on a strict regimen of things that I eat too. But I mean, you could do a little cheat meals once or twice. What I'm trying to say.
At least if it's once or twice, it got to be in the same day.
Yeah.
Because if I do it twice, that's a minor habit, and that minor habit has some serious consequences.
So I might cheat meal on that day. Who knows? I could just, like you say, probably definitely go to the gym. Probably edit some stuff. I probably would. I mean, I don't know. A couple of my friends who deserve it, I'd probably send them like Valentine's Day edited cards and stuff like that because that's what I kind of been doing in the last couple of years. Nice. Just edit like a small little like gift or something to me saying, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day" or whatever, just to show some people some love on the day. But otherwise, they just be chilling, cool.
And it's not just for people in boyfriend, girlfriend relationships.
Right.
You could love your friends. You could love your family. You could love your dog. Not to that extent, but yeah, you could love animals. You could love animals. It ain't just but boyfriend, girlfriend. Relationships aren't just boyfriend and girlfriend. Relationships are friendships as well. And I don't think people really tend to highlight that. So if you got a friend, you're not really alone for Valentine's Day. They just haven't asked you to be their Valentine's yet. But hey, you haven't either. So who's in the wrong? No one's in the wrong. But go get your friend who's single and just be their Valentine's. No, y'all don't got a date, but be their Valentine's.
That's very peculiar. My Valentine's Day plans are the same as it was every year. It's just another day to fight crime, because I'm Batman for Gotham. But also with the finals upon us that we know is Valentine's Day, in conjunction with the Super Bowl being, as of this recording, the Super Bowl has already passed. When you would see this. But Valentine's Day is the pinnacle height of cuffing season and symbolizes cuffing season is now at an end. This is the time of year you see most people start to break up when it comes to March. And we're in the off season. But what if you guys think about the concept of cuffing season as well as the concept of I'm trying to be single for the summer. It's getting warmer, so I'm trying to wear less.
I don't believe in it. I don't even follow it. I don't think it should be a thing. That's why when people say it's cuffing season now, I'm like, homie, you really only want to break up with your girl so you could do whole crap and not feel guilty about it. You want to wear less? Well, it depends. Some guys are already single at the time. They could do it. And I think your girl should be cool with you wearing a little less. She's your girl, not your warden. I cool with my girl wearing less. Freedom. It depends. There's a certain level of less. You can't be half naked. It has to be some realism.
Because oftentimes with the whole cuffing season, you start to see relationships start to disintegrate. They was probably on the rocks from September, October time. But obviously the holidays are for people to come together. That's why I broke up with a homegirl on Valentine's Day. I saw what she was for Christmas. And I was like, after this day, Valentine's Day, things can't continue how they are already. We need to separate. Even though she wanted to do different things that evening. I could not go longer with the said status quo.
I respect it.
Man, you sure you mean business. You rip a new one. Valentine's Day? Look,
Right.
you want to go to the night?
No.
I won't go to my house.
See, I actually scared to break up. After my first experience of breaking up with girls not on Valentine's Day, I'm scared to see what they'll do to you if you break up with them on Valentine's Day.
Bruh.
It builds character. She's now married.
You create villains that way. You're talking about building, you don't build no character, you build a villain.
Real.
And now she's like, okay, this one leave. All these innocent boys can pay. I say, they ain't do you nothing. Your beef is with me, and it shouldn't even be with me. I'm doing what I think is best for both of us.
It's sometimes like that. But you had to do what you had to do in order to preserve yourself. But if anybody has any final thoughts?
If you got somebody,
Congrats.
right, you love them each and every day of the year. You don't need one day to show them that love, right? But if you want to do a little something extra special on Valentine's Day, go for broke. If you buy yourself, still treat yourself right, because self-love ain't no better love than self-love, all right? Let's put that message out there.
If you don't love yourself,
You
how
can't
can you
love
expect
someone
someone
else.
to love you
Right.
properly? Because you can't describe them how you want to be loved because you don't love yourself. My final thoughts. I'm trying to not sound cheesy.
Do it.
No. I don't even think that's a cheesy of a line, but have fun. Have fun. Above all else, have fun.
But not too much fun.
Yeah, not too much fun. We don't need no babies. Yeah, not too much fun. Just have fun. And make sure everything you do is genuine and you're not just doing this because it's Valentine's Day. I actually prefer not to celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day because that's where everywhere is heavily occupied. The next day, most things are not as occupied. Exhibit A, probably Valentine's Day, everyone and their grandma could be taking their girl to Fusion or a restaurant. But the next day, those same restaurants are empty. And the girl I'm with prefers to be in a place with less people. So the next day, after Valentine's Day, is the best time to go out.
So you're claiming her now.
Huh?
You're claiming her now.
Oh, I claim her, but she don't claim me. But she
Oh my
sent me a
goodness.
card. It's very complex. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It's very confusing. I'm like, are we together? We're not together. You don't make a random card for people you don't like.
Okay, yeah.
But then
that's
again, it's weird, but it's not the kind of weird that pisses me off. So I can deal with it.
fair. Right.
But there still is the whole, so you like me? I'm like, dude, she gave you a card with more proof to you. She told me not to read it. We still don't know what's in that card till this day. It
Well-
could be my villain origin story. Or it could be something that softens and
How is
tenders
the
my heart.
exterior of the card? How did the card look outside?
It's painted pink and brown and white on the inside.
Okay, that sound good enough.
So yeah, sound good enough. Told me,
Who knows? She might claim you in the card. Then it just would be official.
Boy, I'll faint. If she claims me in my card, dog, I can spoil her. That's all I can do. I can spoil her. That's my final thoughts. No more. We ain't talking about y'all know too much.
Right. Batman?
My final thoughts. Be safe out there. If you don't get those roses, it's okay. Cuffing season is now over, and summer is coming. It's getting hot outside, and now it's time to mingle. Who is that at the door?
You want to handle him?
Someone at the door?
Yes.
There's
They're
no
trying
one-
to break in.
You don't want at the door. I don't hear nothing.
You ain't hear that
No,
beeping?
I hear the beeping.
And he have to take him off. I can hear. Well, I'm close to the door, but bro,
So thank you
I guess
again.
you're right.
we gotta go take care of this potential criminal outside. Y'all take care. This has been Too Old for Cartoons. I am Decimus.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
And over there in the corner is the homie.
PG. But remember, love yourself. First, don't worry about anybody else. We out. Until next time. There you see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Watching cartoons separates you from others.